Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi guys, how are you? I hope you are in good health. I'm Nur Safitri Muhammad, a student majoring in Chemistry, State University of Gorontalo. On this occasion, I will present the result of the practicum that I have done. My practicum this time is entitled Synthesis of Urea-Hydrogen Peroxide. The title, Synthesis of Urea-Hydrogen Peroxide. Objective, student can study synthesis of urea-hydrogen peroxide crystal, qualitative analysis. Literature review, carbamide peroxide, also known as urea-hydrogen peroxide, is a water-soluble with crystalline solid compounds consisting of hydrogen peroxide and urea. As it is a source of hydrogen peroxide, it can be found in disinfecting, a dental bleaching product. Some adverse effects of carbamide peroxide as a dental bleaching agent include dentin sensitivity and/or gingival irritation, LED bion stable, and reactive H+ free radicals and low pH from prolonged use. Experimental workshop, synthesis urea-hydrogen peroxide. Weighing the solid urea and put into breaker. Measure 5 milliliters H2O2 30% solution and put into 100 milliliters and measure. Put the H2O2 solution that has been measured carrier into a Erlenmeyer containing urea solid dissolved. Heating an Erlenmeyer that has been filled by a mixture of H2O2 and urea in a water bath. Heating a mixture of H2O2 and concentrate urea, which is located in a petri dish placed on a beaker filled with 40 milliliters of tap water. Weighing the obtained needle crystal. The result is 1.63 grams. Qualitative analysis, weigh 0.1 grams of the synthesis crystal, put in a test tube and dissolve it with 3 milliliters of water. Add the MnO2 solid the test tube and observe the O2 gas bubbles that are formed. The solution turned black and a tidal bubbles formed. The result, synthesis of urea-hydrogen peroxide, weighing the solid urea and put into breaker. Measure 15 milliliters H2O2 30% solution and put into a 100 milliliter Erlenmeyer. Put the H2O2 solution that has been measured carrier into Erlenmeyer containing urea solid dissolved, white in color and soluble. Heating an Erlenmeyer that has been filled by a mixture of H2O2 and urea in a bath. Clear but concentrate solution. Heating a mixture of H2O2 and concentrate urea, which is located in a petri dish placed on a beaker filled with 40 milliliter of tap water. Weighing obtained needle crystal. The result is 1.63 grams crystal. Qualitative analysis, weighing 0.1 grams the synthesis crystal, put in the test tube and dissolve it with 2 milliliter water. The solution is homogeneous and white in color. Add the MnO2 solid the test tube The solution color in black and a little bubble forms. Discussion. In the experiment, we synthesize UHP using H2O2 and urea. The first thing to do in the experiment is to weigh 1 gram of urea. After that, measure 5 milliliters of 3% H2O2 and pour it into a petri dish. After that, dissolve the urea into the H2O2 and stir until the solution becomes homogeneous. After getting a homogeneous solution, we heat the solution by placing a petri dish on top of a beaker that already contains water. The function of the heating is for the solution to evaporate and turn into needle shapes, crystal and white. After crystallization is complete, we put it on filter paper to dry the crystal. After drying, the result obtained, namely, is 1.63 grams. After that, it was continued with a qualitative test. The reaction obtained from the above experiment is CONH22 plus H2O2. The result is CH6N2O3. Qualitative test. In this qualitative test using water and MnO2, the first step in the qualitative test is to weigh 0.1 grams dissolved in 2 milliliters of water. When OHP crystals are dissolved in water, this crystal dissolve completely. This is because Urea-Hydrogen peroxide compounds dissolve well in water and hydrogen bond occur. After that, MnO2 was added and the solution turned blackish and there were in the test tube. Conclusion, after desynthesizing Urea-Hydrogen peroxide, the mass of UHP crystal was 1.63 grams. Urea-hydrogen peroxide can be synthesized by reacting H2O2 with CONH22. In qualitative analysis, the solution is blackish in color and produces bubbles. The bubbles are known to be the result of the reaction of OHP crystal and water catalyzed by MnO2. All right, that's my presentation. Hopefully it can be useful for all of you. I'm sorry if there are wrong words. Thanks for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.